Hey guys, welcome back. It's Redox. Today I want to talk about the Stealth Tank. It rapidly fires 4 missiles, then must reload, becomes untargetable after being out of combat for 5 seconds. It targets air and ground units, and it is a very fast unit that goes into invisibility mode when it's untargetable. You can actually see the unit moving across the map, but if you don't have a unit that detects invisible units like the Laser Squad or the Flame Troopers, you can't actually attack this unit. The Stealth Tank will attack you first. So keep that in mind. It's a very hard-hitting, fast-moving Orca bomber. Basically, that's what it is. You want to use this unit as like an Orca bomber. You want to get into the battlefield, assassinate or dish out that damage to your opponent's unit, and then walk out, let it reload, and then get back in. So you want to kind of rinse and repeat that process. So your micro ability has to be pretty good if you want to use this unit. Just like with any other units that do burst damage, because they have to reload. Of course, you can let it sit on the battlefield as long as you're not surrounded by units that can counter vehicle units. So of course, use this unit to your discretion, be smart about it, and I'll show you guys a couple of games where I use this unit effectively. Alright guys, this will be the first game. It'll be Nod versus Nod. I'll be the player on the right here as Red, playing as Commander Kane. My opponent will be on the blue side, on the left as Commander Seth. We both go into a Harvester. It's a standard opening, and Hand of Nod as well. So I go for some laser squads, so does he. We're both kind of very cautious about the attack bike opening, and I decide to scout the middle of the map to see what he has going on the map, and I see that he's got a laser squad, so I'm thinking, okay, he's just got a standard opening like me, and there won't be any attack bike anytime soon right now. So I see that his militants are running in the middle of the map here, and I go for some Flame Troopers to counter and deal with that. Now he actually goes for an attack bike, and he's running it down the middle, so I know exactly what he's trying to do. I damage it with some of my laser squads here. I build another laser squad to deal with it. I don't want my Harvester to die, of course, so that's what I'm doing. And I deal with his militants on the middle of the map with my Flame Troopers. And I've got the middle launch pad secured on my side. I go for an attack bike myself. I see that he's got a double Harvester going on, and I've got to shut down this economy as best as I can because he might have some really expensive units. So I'm going to try to harass him a bit here, but his attack bikes do a fantastic job of dealing with mine. And I deal with his laser squad that was trying to snipe my Harvester on the top as well. He sends another attack bike. Now I build a stealth tank here, and although my stealth tank can't take out that attack bike in one shot because it's 2 levels lower, with the help of my Flame Trooper, we burst it down. I get the first missile here as well, which I wanted to control. And he sends another attack bike and another volley from my stealth tank with the help of the Flame Trooper, takes it down immediately, stopping any Harvester kills there. And I try to kill his Harvesters as well with my fast-hitting stealth tanks. He goes for a Nod artillery unit, which I almost never see. The artillery is a strong unit, but I just don't like that unit at all. I think the attack speed is quite slow, so I'm not a fan of the artillery. And he sends another attack bike in the middle here to almost take out that Harvester. My Harvester like almost died many times this game, but my stealth tanks just fire so rapidly and are great at dealing with light vehicle units like the attack bikes, buggies, or pit bulls. And now my Harvester almost actually dies there, and unfortunately, because I wasn't paying attention to that attack bike, I was trying to hold this second missile as it's almost done. He does take out my Harvester, but I built this nice wall. I built one the Obelisk of Light Tower in the middle, which kind of blocks off the northern launch pad. So I have my stealth tank sitting on the northern launch pad while I just have to hold the middle launch pad, and his cyborgs can't get through. And that's kind of what I was trying to do. He builds another artillery, but he's just too slow at this point, and because he can't finish off my stealth tanks in time, I secure that second missile and take the game here. Alright guys, so this will be the second game, and it'll be a mirror matchup, 2 Commander Kanes facing each other. But once again, I'll be the player in the red, and this time I'll be on the left-hand side. If you're playing as Nod, your default color in the replay will always be red. So keep that in mind. He goes right into Scarabs here, and he's gonna go for some Scarab Rush here, as he doesn't go for any Harvesters. This is something I didn't know at this point until I got my lasers up here, and now I do see a Scarab moving up to my units and holding that launch pad. So I moved my missile squad, or my laser squad, down to the southern launch pad, as I don't want it to spawn another Scarab to secure that, as it will be very difficult for me to hold on to the first missile. I try to kill that Scarab in the middle, and unfortunately it goes down to a Scarab. So I have to build another Flame Trooper here to deal with that Scarab, and that's moving to my Harvester that's trying to kill it. And unfortunately, I moved my Flame Trooper away from my Harvester, and I forgot that he had 2 bugs alive. I thought it was just 1 bug, and 1 bug can't kill 1 Harvester. You need 2 bugs in that same unit to kill it. So unfortunately, he gets an early crystal advantage over me here, which kind of sucked. And his Flame Trooper in the middle here goes down, while my laser squad I sent up to deal with one of his Harvesters up there died to his Scarab. So he did a pretty good defense with his Scarabs there. And he's got he's got 2 Harvesters here now on the battlefield. And he sent a Scorpion tank down running in the middle of the battlefield. I've got to stop it. When someone is running down a Scorpion tank, you know he's going for your Harvester. So I sent my missile squad and my bikes to deal with his tanks. And something interesting to note is he had a level 4 Flame Trooper, and that's something I realized at this point. I was like, what the heck? He only has a level 4 Flame Trooper. I can deal with it. The whole time I thought he had level 8 or level 9 possibly flame on his Flame Troopers, because most of the opponents I face have higher level units than me. And then, so yeah, I took care of the tank and the Flame Trooper, but I constantly send out units up to the top to try to kill that Harvester. Now, unfortunately, I was trying to get that bug to attack my injured laser squad there, but I ran my attack bike a little bit too fast, and my attack bike died first. And he goes for a not artillery as well, and I was like, wow, look at all these players using the artillery, but it goes down to my stealth tank, which was fast enough to run it up and then deal some damage. He goes for some basilisks, and of course, I don't want too many of those battleships on the battlefield. So at this point, I pretty much closed out the game though, as I've held all these launch pads, and I just run down my stealth tank to his basilisk to see how much damage it does, and it looks like it's 2 stealth tank missile volleys that will take out 1 basilisk unit. So that was a good information that I wanted to learn from this game. Alright, so this will be the final game. It'll be Nod versus GDI, and my opponent will be on the right hand side. I'll be on the left hand side here. And we're both going into a Harvester here. Standard opening. He's going to go for Barracks. Hand of Nod on my side. Standard opening once again. And instead of going for a laser squad, because you won't see much, Pitbull Harvester rushes. I don't build a laser squad this time. I just go for flame squads, expecting some infantry units to be out on the battlefield. He's got level 9 shockwaves, so they're actually going to beat me on a one-on-one fight here. So I just moved my flame squad out of the way there. I just wanted to deal some damage to his shockwaves. And I go into some War Factory, and I wait a little bit because I wanted to go for his Harvester. So I wait a little bit, and then I build an attack bike. I didn't build an attack bike right away. And luckily for me, he actually goes into double Harvester first, thinking that I wouldn't go for attack bikes because I waited before I built the attack bike there. Now he sees my attack bike though, and to protect his Harvester, he goes into a Pitbull. And I build 2 flame squads to try to control this missile here, which I want to do. He boosts up his Pitbull with the Colonel Jackson ability, and unfortunately it will take out both of my attack bikes here. That was a fight I wasn't gonna win, especially when it has an attack speed boost and it's 1 level higher. And he runs a jump jet trooper in the right to my Harvester, so I sent a flame squad to deal with it, and I was pretty confident about that flame squad dealing with that. So I just go back to the launch pads to deal with this first missile that was being completed. And I run my stealth tank down in the middle of the map to take out his Pitbulls, and I also wanted to kill his Harvester because his GDI units could be very powerful if I get a good economy running for this guy. So I didn't want him to build some, next level high tech lab stuff too early on here. So I build more stealth tanks here and just hold on to this launch pad as best as I can while taking out one of his Harvesters, and I get the first missile. I'm just trying to close out this game as early as I can. And he goes for some more jump jet troopers, but I've got my flame troopers that will take care of them. And I'm going for a second Harvester here because I really want, once again, I don't want him to pump out a lot of Tech Lab units because GDI Tech Lab units can be very scary to deal with. He goes for a Disruptor, and I'm going to slow it down a little bit here he runs down his Disruptor in the middle of the map with the Colonel Jackson ability. I built stealth tanks and I don't see this. I was focused too much on the top of the map, but I noticed that he runs it down to my base, and I know what he's doing. He's going to actually try to do a base rush with his Disruptor. And just look at how much damage these Disruptors can do to your base if left unchecked. Now, I thought 2 missile volleys would be enough to take out this Disruptor, and unfortunately, it was not. The Disruptor still lives with like 10 health, 10 hit point health. I don't know. He's got like a very small amount of health, but I have to take out this Disruptor as quick as I can because he chunks out half of my base health with that one level 9 Disruptor, and that really sucked for me. And he pumps out another Disruptor. So I go for Kane's Obelisk of Light here to try to deal with it, and that Disruptor chunks out, destroys my tower immediately. My goodness, these Disruptors are so freaking powerful. It's insane. And when it's powered up with the Colonel Jackson's speed up ability, it just does it attacks so fast it will shred all kinds of units. That was incredible. It took down taking down my obelisk that fast. I was shocked actually. So in this case, what I try to do is I body block his Disruptor, because if he gets the second missile here and he runs down his Disruptor, see, he's almost got the missile here, but I send my 2 air units to the top. And I'm going to slow it down once again. But if he was to get this missile, do a little bit more damage on my base, he will win the game. As he would have gotten at least 50% of my hit points with his Disruptor, and then the other 50% would have went down to the missile. So I'm going to speed it up once again here. He does dish out more damage here. He almost gets this second missile here, but I can really not let him have it. And with my air units and my attack bike onto my launch pad, I secure this second missile, winning me the game. And my god, that is the dangerous power of the Disruptors. As you guys saw, Disruptors can do so much damage to your base. Even one Disruptor can single-handedly rush down a base if they are left unchecked. So always keep that in mind. And something I learned was they have a lot of health, a lot of hit points, and my stealth tanks could not bring it down fast enough. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Once again, stealth tanks are very viable. They're a very viable unit to use when you want to deal with enemy aircraft or vehicle units, especially lighter vehicle units. They're not so good against fighting something like the Predator tank. Let's say if the Predator tank had full health and you didn't have support for your stealth tank, you really want to watch out for those long sustained fights, because Predator tanks have a lot of health. So their stealth tanks are mainly good against units that don't have as much health, or if they're already sort of injured, so you can assassinate that unit. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, remember to leave a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe if you still haven't. I'll come back with some more CNC Rivals videos for you guys, and hope you guys are enjoying it out there on the battlefield as well, and I'll see you guys next time.